Exclusive contract from Feilu Novel Network Novel. Entertainment. Signed by Mr. Yang at the beginning, Zou Wenping traveled to a parallel world and became an artist who signed with Yang Mi Company. Under Yang Mi's operation, he participated in the recording of Longing for 4. Started his career dominating the entertainment industry. The song he sings is passed down in the streets and alleys. His performance in The Legend of Sword has conquered a large audience. He directed Infernal Affairs, with countless celebrities vying to participate. Reba. Wen Ping, he is the most perfect male artist I have ever seen. Yang Mi, oh my goodness, I suddenly don't want to be Wen Ping's boss. I want to be his. Liu Sisi. There are so many female celebrities who like Wen Ping, I feel so competitive. Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Chapter 1. Let's go, Reba, let's wash the dates. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. To the south of colorful clouds. Zou Wenping is picking wild dates on the mountain. The camera of the Longing group is facing him directly. The recording of the program, Longing for 4, this time was done in the form of live broadcasting and recording. Isn't it good to earn 2 shares of money? Zou Wenping glanced at the system panel. Host. Zou Wenping skills. Cooking, LV99, traditional Chinese medicine, LV99, traditional Chinese medicine, LV99, reputation. 826000 System Mall. Not open. There is still a reputation gap of 174,000. Alas, after working hard for so long, it hasn't even reached 1 million. Zou Wenping traveled to this world a few days ago, and when the system first started, he was given 3 chances to draw a lottery. As a result, he drew out 1 traditional Chinese medicine, 1 traditional Chinese medicine, and 1 culinary skill. Although they are all master-level skills, he prefers skills such as acting and singing. After all, there were many classic works in the original world that were not available here, and it was his opportunity to achieve success and fame. Unfortunately, the face is not quite handsome. Next time in the lottery, you will need to spend 1 million reputation. Reputation includes popularity, influence, etc. In order to gain fame, he went to Yihongyuan to prepare for a run and gradually accumulate fame. Coincidentally, Yang Mi's crew is also recruiting people. Zou Wenping, who possesses Chinese martial arts, LV99, has an outstanding physique and exceptional temperament. Plus that handsome appearance. Amidst the vast crowd of actors, Yang Mi, as a big star and boss, immediately fell in love with Zou Wenping. After finishing the Dragon Trap, Yang Mi signed him and he became Reba's junior brother. Under the arrangement of boss Yang Mi, she and Reba both came to the mushroom house as permanent guests. Unfortunately, there is a small fresh meat influencer named Akun who is also sent by the company as a permanent guest. However, there are only 2 permanent guest positions. The position of the female resident guest of Reba has been determined, and now it's only the competition between him and Akun left. Compared to these, what Zou Wenping is most concerned about now is how to improve his reputation. I just arrived at the mushroom house today. As a newcomer without a fan base, Zou Wenping certainly has little reputation. His initial reputation was entirely brought about by the popularity of Yearning for 4. We need to find a way to improve our reputation. We hope to win artistic skills in the next lottery. And he's quite curious about what's in that system mall. Everyone, this is called mountain jujube, also known as wild jujube. It has very high nutritional value. It not only contains abundant trace elements, but also a large amount of vitamin C. Its content is twice that of red dates and 20 times that of citrus fruits. Its utilization rate in the human body can reach 86.3%, making it the best among all fruits. Eating more wild jujube is very helpful for people's health. Zou Wenping introduced himself to the camera with the knowledge of top Chinese medicine masters in his mind. After arriving at the mushroom house, Huang Lei asked him to go up the mountain to pick up some fine firewood. So he carried the bamboo basket up the mountain. I also discovered a wild jujube tree and planned to pick some back to give everyone a try. With the blessing of Chinese martial arts, LV99, this mountain road walks like walking on a flat ground. This little brother looks so handsome, I'm a bit obsessed with him. Zou Wenping, this is the first time I've heard of this name. After checking the information, it seems that he, like Reba, is a contracted actor from Yangmi Company. Ordinary people tend to sway left and right when walking on mountain roads. Look at him walking on mountain roads, he's very steady, isn't he a practitioner? Damn it, a trainee. Judging from his innocent appearance, he is definitely an ignorant little fresh meat who came to gild the show. Alas, the entertainment industry is now plagued by these little fresh meats, and it has been several years since they appeared. There are truly talented artists. Zou Wenping picked some wild dates, picked up a basket of fine firewood, and returned to the mushroom house. As soon as I entered the yard, I saw Ah Kun, combing in the middle, wearing suspenders, holding a basketball, singing and dancing in front of the camera. Upon seeing Zou Wenping return, Kun glanced at him without even saying hello. Even newcomers who are just starting out dare to come here and compete with me for a spot as permanent guests. Not only will the permanent guests be mine, but even Reba will be fascinated by me because of my talent. Huang Lei remained busy in the kitchen as usual. He Jiong held the feed and walked towards little H and little O. This time, the longing group gave the mushroom house a pair of peacocks. Name, Kaiyun and Jinan. Peacock is a relatively rare domestic pet, so upon arriving at the mushroom house, Reba was immediately caught in the eye. She was holding a glass of water and squatting beside the cage, looking at the peacock inside. Exquisite facial features and beautiful side faces intoxicate countless male viewers watching live broadcasts. The male peacock in the cage seemed to have been swayed by Reba's delicate appearance, shaking its wings twice. Then, the screen turned on. Not only peacocks, but also Kun, who plays basketball even harder. Bang! 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 Zou Wenping looked at the peacock on the screen and then at Ah Kun. The essence of human beings is indeed animals, and even the methods of attracting others are the same. Reba soon noticed Zou Wenping returning from the mountain. When Yang Mi signed him before, Reba was also present. Her handsome face, seductive figure, and unique temperament have captivated her for a long time. After discovering that Reba was looking at him, Zou Wenping smiled and said something that shocked everyone. Let's go wash the dates together, Reba. Begging for flowers. Looking for a monthly pass. Please give me a reward. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 2. Chinese characters, vast and profound. You are listening at novelfull.audio. A sentence, like a bolt from the blue, resounded in everyone's ear. The atmosphere suddenly quieted down. Puff. Hot Ba, who was drinking water, suddenly sprayed out, and a faint rainbow appeared in the air. Her beautiful eyes were filled with shock and shyness, and her pretty face blushed. What? Taking a shower. Unexpectedly, this Zou Wenping with thick eyebrows and big eyes, who usually looks gentle, should be so open-minded. Can't we talk about this requirement privately? How can people answer in front of so many people and the audience in the live broadcast room? The audience in the live broadcast room is even more explosive. Sleeping trough, this young man is so lively, he always wants to take a shower together when he speaks. In the future, I will call you Ping Gu, please accept my respect. I blushed when I heard this. Did you accidentally slip your tongue? Speaking of which, what is the relationship between Ping Gu and Reba now? Asterisk asterisk. I'm really looking forward to how Reba will answer. If she really goes to wash it, please ask the production team to broadcast it live. Kneel down and beg for a live shower. Kneel down and beg for a live shower. The remaining barrage is mostly requested for live streaming. In the villa of Yanjing, Yang Mi and Liu Sisi, who had just finished bathing, were lying on the bed wearing vests and hot pants. Besides filming, Liu Sisi also likes to visit Yang Mi. The jade feet of the two women were lightly hooked backwards. At this moment, they are staring at the live broadcast on their phones. After hearing Zou Wenping's words, I couldn't help but widen my eyes. Wow, honey, is this the male artist you just signed with? So fierce. After listening to Liu Sisi's words, Yang Mi couldn't help but scratch her head. I feel like he's a pretty good seedling, that's why I gave him some resources. When signing this kid, it was because he had a very good image and good temperament. I didn't expect it to be so fierce. I have established a lot of interpersonal relationships and invited you to participate in the program in order to increase your visibility. Who asked you to flirt with your sister? You flirt and flirt, how can you publicly ask a girl if they want to take a shower together? Yang Mi looked at the script in her hand. I was originally planning to find a character for him in the script of The Legend of the Sword. Now it seems that Zou Wenping's career in the entertainment industry. Maybe it will end with this sentence. The entertainment industry is like this. If you say the wrong thing, you may never be able to turn over. Bang, bang, bang. Yihongyuan, who was still playing basketball hard just now, threw away the basketball in his hand and pointed at Zou Wenping, scolding him with righteous words. Bah! You righteous guy! How dare you make such disgusting demands in public? You're shameless and even implicated Reba in embarrassing herself with you. Despicable. Shameless. Despicable. As Yihongyuan got angry, he gritted his teeth as if he wanted to rush up and scratch Zou Wenping. Upon hearing these words, Zou Wenping also became angry. What's going on? Why get scolded for no reason when you just go wash some dates? But seeing Yihongyuan's soft and weak appearance, Zou Wenping suppressed the urge to hit him. After all, he is a top expert in Chinese martial arts, LV99, and with this punch. Make sure to kneel on the ground, shake Yihongyuan, and beg him not to die. At the same time, he also noticed the changes in the system panel. Host. Zou Wenping skills. Cooking, LV99, traditional Chinese medicine, LV99, traditional Chinese medicine, LV99, reputation. 1.05 million system mall. Not open in just an instant, my reputation broke through 1 million. I don't seem to have done anything myself, right? Why did the reputation suddenly skyrocket so much? I was just shouting, hot bah, and going to wash the dates together. Wait a moment. Wash dates. Taking a shower. Looking at Reba, that shy expression. Zou Wenping instantly understood what was going on. The Xia script is indeed vast and profound. So he pretended to be impatient and looked at Reba. Do you really want to go together? I. Reba stuttered a bit, and her mind was apace. How should we answer this situation? Directly refuse, or say something tactfully? 1.09 million. 1.12 million. If you go wash with me, I'll let you eat later. Eating. Scratch. Reba didn't know what was coming to her mind, her face flushed and scorching hot. I estimate a kettle can boil now. 1.15 million. 1.2 million. Looking at the growing reputation in front of him, Zou Wenping smiled so hard that his mouth almost grinned at the back of his head. Looking at Reba's embarrassed expression, her face turned red. Zou Wenping felt a bit impatient. He lifted his hand and found a fruit basket made of bamboo strips. Do you want to eat these mountain dates without washing them? Reba. Zou. You're talking about taking a shower, is that it? That's right, otherwise what do you think it is? Of course, I also think we should go wash the dates. Reba couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief. At the same time, there is still a small sense of disappointment in my heart. The audience in the live broadcast room is even more noisy. Nima, did you actually wash dates? I really thought I was going to take a shower, so I said, this little brother is too bold. To be honest, I'm a little disappointed. I want to watch a live broadcast of mandarin ducks playing in the water. I'll just say, I didn't open the wrong software. In the front, ask for the software name, A Good Person's Life is Safe. Everyone in the mushroom room also breathed a sigh of relief. This program has just started recording, and the first guest hasn't arrived yet. If there's anything wrong, it'll be a big trouble. Huang Lei in the kitchen shook his head with a smile. Washing dates and taking a shower, it's really fun. Suddenly, he seemed to notice something and exclaimed in surprise. Ouch! New book set sale, Seeking Flowers. Please give me a reward. Seeking evaluation. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 3. Half of the program's effect collapses. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. After hearing Huang Lei's screams of surprise, everyone quickly gathered around. I saw Huang Lei holding his left hand in pain. A few drops of fresh blood flowed down through my fingers. My hand is broken. After seeing this situation, the director's team and the medical team quickly ran over with a medical kit. Teacher Huang, please take your hands away and we will treat the wound. Huang Lei nodded. I saw that Huang Lei's left index and middle fingers were both cut. The wound is quite deep. Blood kept flowing out from the wound. Ah! Reba let out a cry of surprise. Sigh. Huang Lei sighed. Cut vegetables for a lifetime, cook rice for a lifetime. This is his first time cutting his finger. If it were normal, he would never have cut his hand. This pot should be thrown to Zou Wenping. Reba, let's go wash the dates together. This sentence is too shocking and easy to distort. Even the old fox's gossip heart was aroused. This distraction, I didn't pay attention under the knife. It's just like it is now. It's embarrassing to cut your finger because of gossip. Huang Lei silently told himself, for the sake of face. This matter must not be revealed. Fortunately, I haven't injured any bones. Don't touch water during this period. After bandaging, the doctor instructed. Can't touch the water. How can I cook? Ding ling ling. Huang Lei's words have just finished. I heard the phone ringing in the room. He Jiong quickly ran to answer the phone. Not for a while. He walked out with a worried expression on his face. Are there any guests coming? Huang Lei asked. Yes, and it said it will arrive soon. What? A moment. What should we do? He Jiong frowned and nodded. He and Huang Lei are the desired head of the family. Huang Lei is the chef he yearns for. If his hand is injured and he can't cook, the program's effect will collapse by half. It's really frustrating to encounter such a thing before it officially starts. Let me play, this small injury, as long as you pay attention, it should be no problem. No way, in case it gets infected. Or the wound opens. Alas, Huang Lei sighed, how could it be so coincidental? If it were an injury to my leg or other area, I would have endured it, but unfortunately, I injured my finger. For chefs, fingers are life, and it's at such a time. The chief director of the directing team is also in a difficult situation. The recording of the program needs to finalize the schedule with all the artists. The program has officially started recording, and artists will appear one after another according to the schedule. Plus, it's currently live streaming. It's impossible at this time to give Huang Lei more time to recover from his injuries. But if Huang Lei comes on with an injury, if he really gets infected, the consequences are not something the director team can afford. Just when everyone is in difficulty. Zou Wenping spoke slowly. How about I temporarily take on the position of chef? One sentence caught everyone's attention. Wenping, can you cook? Reba asked in surprise. Zou Wenping has just signed into Yang Mi's company. In addition to her handsome appearance, charming figure, and unique temperament, Reba has been obsessed with flowers for a long time. I don't know much about the other aspects yet. Looking at his fair skin, it's easy to give off a feeling of being a gentleman far away from cooking. Not only is it hot, but others also don't believe it. However, the chief director's eyes lit up. The desired recording requires a chef. If Zou Wenping really knows how to cook, at least he can save the show's effectiveness. 10,000 steps back. Even if the food is made, the taste is not satisfactory. As long as there is a slight feeling of cooking and a certain visual effect, it is enough. As for the final meal segment, you can definitely order takeout. Wenping, do you really know how to cook? Confirmed the director. Well, I also quite enjoy cooking in my daily life, and I have some experience in cooking. I can give it a try. Just kidding, brother is a strong cook, LV99. Any meal can be easily served, and any ingredient in my hand can turn into a delicious feast. What dishes are you going to order for the upcoming guests? Huang Lei asked. Roasted chicken tendon. This dish name is the first time I've heard of it, Yihongyuan replied. I know, I can do it too. Zou Wenping replied. Yoho! Huang Lei exclaimed in surprise, I haven't even heard of this dish. You have something to eat, kid. Don't mess it up later. Huang Lei walked towards the chief director Zhang Tong. Director Zhang, how do I change chicken feet? In the life of longing. Money is basically useless, only by working and putting in effort can one receive corresponding rewards. Zhang Tong pointed to the distant orchard. There is a pineapple there, and you can pick the corresponding quantity of pineapples to exchange for the corresponding ingredients. 10 pineapples for 1 pound of vegetables, 20 pineapples for 1 pound of meat. How much you can exchange depends on your labor results. Huang Lei nodded. Teacher He, how many people are coming? 4. I calculate. We need to pick around 200 pineapples. Seeking flowers, seeking evaluation. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 4. Li Yuanba. I see you look like Li Lianying. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. What? 200. Akun was taken aback and looked down at his delicate and tender hands. He struggled to hold both pineapples because they pricked his hands. 200 pineapples, they will definitely waste themselves. Shall we go pick now or wait? Yihongyuan asked. When those 4 guests arrive, I want to see who they are. They want to eat such a rare dish. They still want to cook it. Believe it or not, I'll wrap it up and cook it. Huang Lei put on a posture of wanting to find someone to settle accounts, jokingly accusing him. It seems that he has a lot of resentment towards his injured finger. Unfortunately, this resentment had nowhere to vent, so I had to vent my anger on those upcoming guests. Ah Kun, you chop up these firewood and use it for cooking later, Yihongyuan said. Chopping firewood. Kun hesitated for a moment, then suddenly had the illusion that someone was singing and dancing, and a pot came from the sky. Why? I was inexplicably named. Just went to pick pineapples, he already had enough resentment, and now he's chopping firewood again. And it's still naming and asking him to chop. Let him, a talented and skilled singer and dancer, do these rough jobs. It's just a waste. Chopping firewood is too tiring. Can you give me a lighter one? Change it. Huang Lei was speechless. Longing has already recorded for seasons, and every time he arranges something, the guests go and do it. Dehua, Changchang, and Zifeng in the first 3 seasons. Which one is not hard-working? Are you here to be a permanent guest or a prince? Originally, Kuan's image in the hearts of Huang Lei and others was not particularly good. Now, it's even worse. Even teacher He, such a kind-hearted person, couldn't help but shake his head. The most frustrating one is the chief director Zhang Tong. It's not because of Kuan's high traffic, but because there is a vacancy in the male permanent guest position, that I came to him to make up for it. But coming to the desired life is about working. If you want to be a pampered little fresh meat here. Sorry, please leave smoothly. Seeing everyone's gaze, Kuan also felt a bit uneasy. In addition, Reba was also watching from the side, and he had to show it no matter how. Perhaps when Reba sees him and chops firewood with heroic movements, she will fall in love with him. The audience in the live broadcast room also became lively. Kunken, come on. Dad, keep an eye on you. Kunken, have a one-handed axe chop firewood. What axe are you using? Just chop firewood with bare hands. Isn't it just chopping firewood? Kunken, chop all that pile of firewood. After chopping the firewood, come and smash a big stone in your chest. I think you're playing tricks on him. Are you fans in front of him? Kun had no choice but to grit her scalp. Isn't it just chopping firewood? I'll show you what it means. Li Yuanba is alive. As he spoke, he came to the tree stump. I took a wooden stick with a bowl-wide mouth and placed it on a wooden stake. Bend down, extend your right hand, and grasp the handle of the axe placed next to the tree stump. Just pick up the axe, thinking it's lightweight and handsome. However, he overestimated his strength and underestimated the weight of the axe. With a sudden effort, not only did he fail to pick up the axe. Even with a grin, I almost dodged my waist. Seeing the situation, everyone looked so embarrassed. Li Yuanba. Is this really meowing person Li Lianying? Reba trembled all over because it was very difficult to hold back her laughter. Pushi. One couldn't help but laugh out loud and quickly suppressed it. Yihongyuan suppressed his smile. Kuan, you look quite tall, why do you only have this little strength? I was too careless. Now let's show you my true strength. Say it. Kun grabbed the handle of the axe with both hands and gritted his teeth with a sudden force. I succeeded. I lifted it up. I successfully lifted the axe. Looking at Kuan, holding an axe and swaying. Everyone raised their voices in their hearts. This won't have missed the firewood and instead split us, will it? Everyone involuntarily took a step back. Even the photographer who followed Kuan hid in the crowd. There's no way. Knives and swords have no eyes, and axes have no precise head. If I really get hit like this, it would be really unfair. Watch me wield the heavenly divine axe. Kun let out a loud shout, and the axe in his hand swung towards the firewood. The correct way of chopping firewood should be to have the axe blade in vertical contact with the cross-section of the firewood. Only in this way can the power of the axe be unleashed. But Kuan did not control the angle at which the axe fell properly. The axe blade is off-center. Chopping firewood has turned into smashing firewood. Bang! The firewood was knocked down from the tree stump. The reaction force made Kuan's mouth tingle, and the axe came out of his hand. Dang! The axe was impartial and hit Kuan's foot perfectly. Oh my goodness. I'm a mother. Fortunately, it was the back of the axe that hit it, otherwise the toes could have been chopped off. Akun screamed in pain and flew up, kicking the axe away. Holding his feet, he jumped up like a fighting rooster. Seeing this scene, Zou Wenping suddenly realized. So, this is how the song "Genie Too Beautiful" came about. The axe was not kicked too far, and while being kicked away, the handle tilted up and hit the cylindrical firewood on the stake. The firewood rolled down and hit Akun's other foot. New books require care, flowers, evaluations, and rewards. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 5. Chop a stick, almost chop yourself. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Now, Kuen's body completely lost balance and lay down towards the ground. And now a more thrilling scene appears. The axe that was kicked away by Kuen happened to land on the back, with its blade facing vertically upwards, flashing with a cold light. Akun, who was lying on the ground, happened to have his face and fell towards the axe blade. But if it happens, it's not as simple as breaking appearances. Everyone exclaimed in surprise. Seeing Kuen, blood is about to splatter on the spot. At the critical moment, Zou Wenping rushed out of the crowd. He possesses Chinese martial arts, LV-99, and his agility far exceeds that of ordinary people. At the moment when Kuen's face was about to hit the axe blade, he flew up and kicked the axe from the ground. Dang! 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 The axe rolled twice and fell into the nearby flower bushes. Pop it! Kuen fell to the ground with his face on, and his dog ate shit. There's nothing else except for a sore nose. Who? Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. Zhang Tong has a stronger feeling of surviving a disaster. I can't afford it. I can't afford it. What's the situation with Nima? He almost chopped himself off with a stick. Still wielding the heavenly god axe. I almost opened my own ladle. Everyone in the industry knows that Kuen is a top-tier traffic fresh meat created by an entertainment company with heavy investment. Gold is very precious. If this is heard, the entertainment company behind it will definitely blackmail their program team. He Jiong quickly helped Kuen up. Akun's face is now covered in dirt, and coupled with walking around the gates of hell just now, he is still in shock and very emotional. He pointed at Zou Wenping and roared angrily. Why did you just kick the axe away instead of holding on to me? Otherwise, I wouldn't have fallen in the face either. Do you know how much time and money I spend every day to take care of my face? Can you afford to compensate? Zou Wenping is now confused. So I saved you, did I save you wrong? If I had known, I would have stood idly by. Akun seemed to have caught some key point, even more hysterical. Okay, you're really jealous of my talent and beauty, that's why you want to harm me. You wait to receive the lawyer's letter. At this moment, Zou Wenping really wanted to punch Kuen and stay in bed for 6 months. Huang Lei and others, seeing the situation, quickly went to pull up the scaffolding. But there was already a hint of disdain on his face. At the same time, in my heart, I gave a big 0 score to Kuen's image. No. Negative score. What kind of thing? Is this the kind of person who is ungrateful and repays kindness with revenge? If it weren't for Zou Wenping, who just kicked the axe away, would you still be able to stand and speak now? It's a question. It's best to keep such people at a distance. Otherwise, one day if it troubles you, you will have to apologize to him. The live broadcast room also exploded. What kind of character is this, sleeper? Zou Wenping can be considered Kuen's life-saving benefactor now, can he? Can he? I used to only see ungrateful people in TV dramas, but now it's the first time I've seen them. I'm really angry. I want to know where the specific location of the mushroom house is. It doesn't mean anything else, just like bringing a hammer to console me. Ping Gu, from now on, I will fan you. Director Zhang Tong gave a glance to Huang Lei and He Jiong. Signal to talk privately. Who do you think we should keep as permanent guests? Zhang Tong asked directly. Huang Lei sighed. Although Akuan has a high traffic, he can't afford to serve him. We chopped firewood for 3 seasons without any problems, but when we arrived at his place, we almost ended up losing our lives. No, when Akuan leaned over the axe blade just now, I was scared. If it weren't for Zou Wenping's timely action, Kuan would have disfigured himself. He's too delicate. If anything happens on the show, it might be very troublesome. I just watched the backstage of the live broadcast room, and many viewers have a good impression of Akuan. Fans turn to fans, and the roads turn black. On the contrary, many people have a good impression of Zou Wenping. Zhang Tong said. After chatting for a few words, the 3 gradually reached a consensus. Let's sign Zou Wenping as the permanent guest this time. As for Akun, let him go back to his own company and become the crown prince. We won't serve him here anymore. After a while, the agent who received the news took Akun away. On the one hand, it is because of the notification from the mushroom house side. On the other hand, it is the notice given by the senior management of the company. The words that Akun just said in front of the camera were really terrible and have had a great impact on his public image. To avoid further expansion of the impact, the company has decided to abandon the position of permanent guest. As for the comments on the internet, just find Shui Jun in a few days and add some rhythm. After watching Akun leave, everyone breathed a sigh of relief. It's like an untimely bomb finally being dismantled. Interesting. Zou Wenping looked at the system panel in front of him. After the controversy just now, his popularity unexpectedly increased to 1.6 million. The lottery is now ready. The current situation is not suitable for the lottery. Boneless. Quickly, I heard the sound of the suitcase being pulled outside the door. Everyone's hearts tightened. Is it Ah Kuan, going back and forth? Now everyone's color has changed when talking about Kuan. Startled, I quickly looked outside the door. Ha! It turns out that the guest has arrived. I saw 4 figures, 3 fat and 1 thin. Pulling the suitcase, follow the flower path in front of the door. Walk towards the mushroom house. After seeing their faces clearly, the people in the mushroom room looked surprised. The guests of the first episode are actually them. During the new book period, there is a guaranteed minimum of 5 shifts per day. We are looking for fresh flowers. Seeking collection. Seeking evaluation. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 6. Mushroom House is going to be renamed Yihongyuan. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Teacher Huang waved to several people. Reba and Wenping, let's go out and pick up guests. Zou Wenping stepped aside and was about to leave. After listening to Teacher Huang's words, he always felt something was wrong. Receiving guests. Teacher Huang, with your talent, it's a pity not to go pimping. Puff. Puff. He Jiong and Reba, both of them couldn't help but burst out laughing. Ha ha ha, being a pimp. Don't say anything, Lao Huang, what you said just now really had a bit of meaning. Teacher, he laughed uncontrollably. Reba laughed so much that tears streamed down her face. I can't do it anymore, it's making my stomach ache. Wenping, you're too brave to even joke with Teacher Huang. Zou Wenping dares to joke like this because he knows that Teacher Huang and Teacher He are both great variety show influencers who can take on jokes. And now it's live streaming, with a bit of variety show effect, it's ultimately good. Sure enough. Teacher Huang nodded with a smile. Pulling a pimp, this job seems pretty good. Don't worry, the work we do on this program every day is to welcome and send people around. It seems like it's really interesting. Turning around, I looked at the chief director Zhang Tong. Director Zhang, why don't we discuss and rename our mushroom house to Yihongyuan in the future? Upon hearing this, Zhang Tong's head was covered in black lines. Yihong Courtyard. The desired life, transformed into the desired Yihongyuan. Do you still want to air this program? The barrage in the live broadcast room exploded again. 666, Mushroom House changed its name to Yihongyuan. It's really a shame that Teacher Huang was able to come up with the idea. If I change my name, I will definitely take care of the business. Don't mention it, every time they go to pick up guests, and then accompany them to eat, play, and sleep, it's really a bit interesting. You guys in front are enough. With that teasing spare time, why don't you help me do a fill-in-the-blank question? Com.1024. After listening to Teacher Huang's words, Reba couldn't stand up straight with a smile. I can't do it anymore, I'm laughing and my stomach hurts. Zou Wenping is full of integrity. Don't laugh, it's time to pick up the guests. You're our number one here. Reba was stunned for a moment, but quickly realized and started laughing and cursing. Dead Wenping, your skin is itching, isn't it? Huang Lei looked at these live treasures and found them quite interesting. After all, Longing is a variety show, so it should have more variety effects. The guests here are 3 pounds and 1 thin. 3 overweight men are the 3 cross.talk performers from the Dian Society, a cross.talk group. Yu Zhan, Yu Yunpeng, and De Linzi. At this time, De Linzi has not yet lost weight and looks chubby and round. It looks very similar to Guo Steele. Yu Zhan and Yu Yunpeng are also people with broad bodies and fat bodies. As comedians, they don't need to pay special attention to their body shape, even their chubby figure, and can increase the joy of performing cross.talk. That skinny person is the popular actress Gulina Zhao. Standing with Dian Sanpang, Naza's figure appears even slimmer and more graceful. Looking at this mushroom room, the people who came out to greet were all laughing uncontrollably. 4 people were stunned. Grandpa, why are those people laughing again? Are we just that funny? Yu Yunpeng had a funny and despicable expression on his face, and he filed a complaint with you. Yu Shou is known as the mother of the country of Dian Society, and her mother worships the world. Yu glanced at the suitcase in his hand, which was full of baijiu he had brought. Look at how I cleaned up them while I was having dinner tonight. I knocked them down one by one, and no one wants to stand back. Grandpa, it's up to you whether you can retrieve the venue today. During the conversation, Huang Lei and others had already arrived at the front. If it were an ordinary artist, Huang Lei and He Jiong would never go to pick up guests. After all, their coffee table is set up here. But among the people who come again, the weight of the signing is too heavy, and the network is very wide. He is currently preparing to make a movie, in which all the actors are big names. Other directors have to put in a lot of effort and pay a lot of compensation to invite these celebrities. But it's about signing here. 1 case of beer, 2 bottles of baijiu, unlimited quantity of kebabs. Get it done. Just so capricious. Grandpa Yu, I didn't expect the production team to invite you. Huang Lei walked up to Yu Zhan and took the initiative to shake hands. Yu Zhan grinned, much like the old man next door, very friendly. I just keep animals at home, and I also want to live the life I long for. On the other hand, Zou Wenping walked over to Naza and smiled very politely. Hello, give me the box. Seeing Zou Wenping smile as if bathed in spring light, Naza's heart warmed. Mushroom House has invited a young artist who is so sunny, handsome, and polite. Nod gently and hand the box in your hand to Zou Wenping. Seeing this scene, Reba. For some reason, my heart thumped, as if there was something unpleasant about it. A second ago, he said he wanted to go wash the dates with someone else. In the second, go help other girls carry things. Men are indeed big pig hooves. Seeking flowers, seeking evaluations, seeking rewards, thank you to all the readers. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 7. Moonlight in front of the bed, 2 pairs of shoes under the bed. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Oh my goodness. This little brother is such a chicken thief. When he sees a beautiful girl, he pays attention. We 3 rough men, no one will talk to us anymore. Xiao Ye looked despicable and expressed his opinions. His chubby face, coupled with a small expression of frowning and winking, looks very cheerful. Zou Wenping smiled and said. Pang, you already know you're a rough guy, and you're still thinking, someone's taking care of you. How about having Reba help you carry it? Of course, these are all jokes, especially comedians such as cross-talk actors and sketch actors. I usually like to run on each other. This way of speaking can easily eliminate distance and also generate creative inspiration. If it is that kind of twisted personality, it is not easy to adapt to the industry of cross-talk. Upon hearing this, Xiaoya asked Reba to carry the box for him and quickly walked briskly. No need, if you want such a beautiful woman to pick up the box for me, I'll have to kneel on the remote control and switch to a different one for an hour. Watching Xiaoya leave behind, Zou Wenping suddenly wanted to write a capital letter, miserable, on him. It's really funny. It seems that Xiaoya's family status is a testament to it. If I could ask Reba to pick up the box for me, even if my wife asks me to kneel on durian, I would accept it. In front of you, you're just a single dog and don't even have a girlfriend. How could you have a wife? I'm really looking forward to what fun things can happen when the people from Diyun Society come to Mushroom House. A few people entered the Mushroom House and put away their things. Jiong noticed that Delinzi had been silent all along. As a kind-hearted person, he always thinks about taking care of his younger generation. This silent friend, may I ask your name? As an old martial artist, Yu Zhan immediately understood that Jiong was giving Delinzi an opportunity to leave the country. He deliberately took an angle and patted Delinzi's shoulder, introducing himself to the camera. His name is Delinzi, he is my disciple and also the young leader of our Diyun Society. I am here to participate in the life I long for. His father, Mr. Guasteel, hopes that I can bring him out and see the world. Nowadays, Delinzi is still a very shy and introverted person. The reason why he developed such a personality is related to his father Guasteel. Since Delinzi was young, Guasteel has been very strict with him. On the one hand, it is due to the mentality of hoping for a successful son. On the other hand, his Delinzi ability is not strong enough to suppress those senior brothers in the future. After all, the future Diyun Society will be handed over to Delinzi. Dragons have 9 offspring, but the offspring are different. Moreover, these disciples of Lao Gua have vastly different personalities. There are still a few, even Lao Gua's headache is piercing. If Delinzi is too bad, it will be difficult to convince the public. However, many things are often counterproductive to the extreme. Due to Lao Gua's overly strict educational approach, Delinzi developed a timid personality. Although I have appeared on stage a few times, I became so nervous that I couldn't speak as soon as I got on stage. There was a shout from the audience, and countless people cheered. The performance effect can be imagined. After each performance, Delinzi couldn't help but receive a scolding. Over time, Delinzi became increasingly introverted, and her confidence could be said to have dropped to freezing point. If Lao Gua continues like this, his son may become invalid. I am very afraid of Delinzi and feel too much psychological pressure, so I take some extreme measures. But as someone who is accustomed to the role of a strict father, he doesn't get along well with his children. In the end, he asked for a sign and helped to enlighten them. As the master of Dalinzi, Yu Biao felt very sorry for him, so he often took him out to relax. Including recording the program this time, I will also bring it with me. Yuzhan gazed at the beautiful scenery south of the colorful clouds. I hope that here, Dalinzi can relax and unwind well. Come, disciple, say hello to all the parents in the live broadcast room. Dalinzi is very shy and can't let go at all. Hello everyone. I am. This twisted and pinched appearance seems like a big girl. In Yuzhan's heart, he couldn't help but sigh. What a lively and cheerful child he was when he was a child. He was scolded by his father. Zou Wenping felt a bit oppressive in the atmosphere and quickly walked up to Dalinzi's side, holding her hand very excitedly. Oh my, are you the young leader of Dian society? Nice to meet you. Looking at enthusiastic Zou Wenping. Dalinzi is a bit confused. 3 philosophical questions popped up in my mind. Who is he? Do I know him? What is he doing? Huang Lei and others also looked confused. I don't know which song this is singing. My name is Zou Wenping, and I am a fan of your Dian society. I really like the cross-talk you talk about. Do you also hear the crosstalk of Yun society? Asked Dalinzi. Of course I do, especially your poems, I prefer them. Poetry. Dalinzi blinked his eyes. Even Yu Shou and Xiao Yeye were eagerly anticipating what Zou Wenping would say. Zou Wenping picked up fan and straightened his body, as if it was Li Bai's upper body. The bright moon shines in front of the bed, and 2 pairs of shoes under the bed. 2 people on the bed, signed Gua Steel. New books are not easy, sincerely for you, seeking some flower support. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 8. Li Bai's coffin board, I can't hold it anymore. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. I can't do it anymore, my stomach hurts from laughing. Ping Gu is really a talented person. Hurry up, someone. Li Bai's coffin board won't be able to hold down anymore. I never expected that quiet night thoughts could be changed, so orange infused with orange flavor. I feel like I've heard some cross-talk, it's really interesting. Looking at the active audience in the live broadcast room. Director Zhang Feng was overjoyed. It seems that keeping Zou Wenping as a permanent guest is a very correct thing. This is their first time using a combination of live and recorded broadcasting to produce a program. What is the effect really like? To be honest, he, along with Huang Lei and He Jiong, felt quite uneasy. Although Akun's departure took away some of the audience. However, due to the frequent occurrence of Zou Wenping's golden phrases, the activity of the live broadcast room has significantly increased. The increase in activity indicates an increase in audience stickiness, which is what they want. And the popularity flowing out is also increasing now. Compared to the reactions of the audience in the live broadcast room. The crowd in the mushroom house laughed even more recklessly. Ha ha ha, is this really a poem from Dian society? It's so interesting, I can memorize it after listening to it once. Reba and Naza listened to the slightly colored poems, with a slight blush on their pretty faces. Of course, I also know that this is the kind with a sense of humor. Huang Lei grinned. Xiao Zhou, you can do it. You're not afraid to make fun of Teacher Gua and Grandpa Yu. Zou Wenping chuckled. No, I'm just paraphrasing, audience friends, your love for Dian society. As the object of ridicule, Yuzhan not only did not get angry, but also showed a relieved expression. Because he saw it, Dalinzi laughed. He hasn't seen it for a long time, and Dalinzi has relaxed himself. This child was also raised by him alone, and seeing a tendency towards depression, he was also anxious in his heart. Now seeing the Linzi, he laughed and felt a lot of relief in his heart. I am also grateful to Zou Wenping. Everyone laughed for a while. Huang Lei remembered a question. Who ordered the fried chicken tendon? Not to mention such a niche dish. The key is 1 pound of chicken feet, we have to pick 20 pineapples. Looking at teacher Huang's questioning attitude, Naza slowly raised his hand and timidly said. It's me. Looking at that obedient appearance, Huang Lei, who had originally planned to be held accountable, did not continue speaking. Then look at Xiaoye. What are you 3 points for? Xiaoye replied humbly. We ordered the simplest home dishes, scrambled eggs with tomatoes and Yangzhou fried rice. This simple dish shouldn't be criticized, right? Who knows? After hearing these words, Huang Lei's eyes lit up. Immediately reprimanded. Who are you looking down on when you come to the mushroom house and order such a simple dish? Don't try to run away, go work for me. Xiaoye was taken aback. You're talking so roundly, that's just to find a reason for us to work. However, the life I aspire to is just doing farm work and eating some home-cooked dishes. No problem, Teacher Huang, do you have any work to do? Go pick 200 pineapples. How much? 200, you kill me. Xiaoye Yu had a loveless expression on his face, wanting to be lazy. Kill you. All right. Then the meat will come out at night. Teacher Huang, I was wrong. Can't I go pick pineapples? Naza seems to have discovered something. Teacher Huang, what's wrong with your hand? Yuzhan also took the conversation and asked. Yeah, when we met just now, I noticed that your finger was wrapped up. How did it get injured? Teacher Huang smiled awkwardly. I'm not afraid of your jokes. I accidentally cut my finger just now. This is indeed a bit embarrassing. If it's a new chef who has just learned how to cook, it's understandable if they cut it. An old chef like Huang Lei should be able to cut vegetables well with his eyes closed. He can hurt his hand, and it's just two, it's unbelievable. Then your hand is injured, who will cook? Obviously, Xiaoye's focus has deviated. Don't worry, there will be Xiao Zhou cooking for me this time. Xiao Zhou. The Yun San Pang and Na Jia both coincidentally looked at Zou Wenping. There is a hint of distrust in the eyes. Teacher Huang has excellent cooking skills and is widely praised in the community. And culinary skills require a lot of time to settle. How to look at it, the experience of wrinkled Wenping in the kitchen is incomparable to Huang Lei. Although they didn't say anything, their eyes seemed to say something again. It seems that there is no taste today. Reba had some small expectations, although she didn't believe in Zou Wenping's cooking skills either. However, men who can cook are already rare animals. Flavors and so on, we don't need so much. Wenping, what dishes can you cook? I was in a hurry just now and didn't have time to ask. When Reba asked, others also perked up their ears. Because everyone also understands that what to eat is not important, the program effect is the most important. Don't make a pile of food that everyone wants to eat, and even Zou Wenping won't know how to make it. This will make the cooking scene collapse. Dear readers, all rivers and mountains are always in love. Can you give me some flowers? Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 8. Eel paired with fine wine, enjoy life. You are listening at novelfull.audio. As long as there are ingredients, I can make any dish. Zou Wenping replied calmly. This kind of calm and gentle atmosphere gave Huang Lei and others a sense of confidence in him. Yoho, you're quite confident. Since you said that, then I'll just order. As Huang Lei spoke, he listed out the menu for dinner. Grandpa Yu, it seems that you haven't ordered anything. Is there anything you want to eat? Is anything okay to order? As long as it's on Earth. Do you have eels? Eel. I didn't expect you to mention such an obscure ingredient. Huang Lei looked at the chief director with some uncertainty. Zhang Tong and several directors whispered for a while. Just finished inquiring, there are indeed eels in the rice field not far away. But you need to catch it yourself. Upon hearing this, Yu signed an interest. The last time he caught eels can be traced back several decades, when he was still very young. Later on, when I embarked on the path of cross-talk, there was no time to catch eels. On the way to the mushroom house, I watched the beautiful countryside scenery. Have an eel and pair it with fine wine. TSK. A great enjoyment in life. And it can also remind him of his childhood. As the saying goes, money is valuable, emotions are priceless. Looking at Yu Shou's enthusiastic expression, Huang Lei smiled and said. After picking the pineapples, I have to carry them back. This is an individual job, let the young people do it. Grandpa Yu, go catch eels. Yu nodded happily. Then I'll be more respectful than obedient. You should provide tools, right? Reba didn't just think of anything, her beautiful features were all crowded together. Eel. Is it that kind of thing that looks like a snake? Yeah, that thing is so delicious. It's perfect for drinking and dining. Reba couldn't help but shudder. I've seen that thing before. Can it really be eaten? Ha ha ha, you signed with a smile, why don't you come with me to take a look? Reba blinked her eyes and looked at Naza. When a girl is feeling scared and curious at the same time. I just like to hang out together. In addition, she and Naza are both from the same ethnic group, which brings a bonus of favorability. When the fellow villager saw him, tears welled up in his eyes. Naza has never seen catching eels before. It seems a pity not to take a look at such a strange thing. Then let's go together. After a simple arrangement. Yuzhan took Reba and Naza to catch eels. Hejiong took Xiao Yeye and Delinzi to carry pineapples. Huang Lei and Zou Wenping, on the other hand, were busy in the kitchen. The main concern is that Zou Wenping alone may not be able to handle it well, so he left Huang Lei but tactical command. If Zou Wenping's cooking effect is really not good, then Huang Lei can still play with injuries and save the field. Although it is necessary to exchange labor for ingredients. But the directing team still gave the necessary ingredients to Zou Wenping in advance. Xiao Zou, which dish do you plan to prepare first? Baoxiao chicken tendons and special braised pork belly. These two dishes are slow and delicious, and the preparation time is relatively long. Zou Wenping said as he took out chicken feet, weighing 2 pounds. Then he picked up a small knife and began to bone the chicken feet. Originally, removing bones from chicken feet was an extremely complex and tedious task. On the chicken feet, most of the bones are small and need to be shaved clean one by one. Looking at the 2-pound chicken feet, Huang Lei felt that if it were, he would have to bone each one of these chicken feet. It's difficult for oneself to sit still. Looking at Zou Wenping's knife technique again, it seems like he is not cutting vegetables, but completing a piece of art. With the combination of the skills of two top masters, Guoshu, LV99, and Cuisine, LV99. Zou Wenping's action of handling ingredients is full of artistic sense. That scene is extremely beautiful. The audience in the live broadcast room is once again active. Wow, I seem to be watching movies like Kitchen God. So cooking can also have this kind of beauty. This knife is incredibly skilled. Compared to him, I am someone who can cut potatoes into potato strips. It's embarrassing. This is the sound of a kitchen knife cutting vegetables quickly. You can almost see the phantom of the kitchen knife. Accompanied by the sound. Scallions turn into scallions. Ginger turns into shredded ginger. The whole pork belly turned into small 4 squares. Quickly, all these ingredients were processed. Xiao Zhou, it's okay. Your swordsmanship is at least at the level of a master. At the beginning, it was the chief director Zhang Tong. Just now he was worried that the live streaming effect of Zou Wenping's cooking might not be very good. He even sent someone to drive to the restaurant. When the time comes, Zou Wenping will order whatever dishes he cooks from the restaurants in the county and bring them back. I've seen it now. His worries are unnecessary. The scene of Zou Wenping cooking is full of beauty, not to mention the audience in the live broadcast room. Even the director at the scene finds it pleasing to the eye. I believe that a person with such good swordsmanship should not be too bad at cooking. Seeking flowers, seeking evaluation. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 10. The System Mall, with thousands of calls coming out. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Soon, with the skillful handling techniques of Zou Wenping. Boneless chicken feet and braised pork belly are marinated with prepared sauce. Marinate more for a while, it's more flavorful. Zou Wenping stood up and stretched lazily. You've worked hard, take a break. Huang Lei cautioned. At the same time, I couldn't help but admire in my heart. With so many ingredients, if I had to handle them myself, it would take at least twice as long as Zou Wenping. Is it true that the waves behind the Yangtze River push the waves ahead? Even the chef industry is no exception. The preparation work has been completed, and Huang Lei rarely leaves the kitchen to move around for a while. When recording the first 3 seasons, the Mushroom House receives and sends many guests every day, and he is the only chef. Throughout the entire 3 seasons, he hardly left the kitchen, taking more than 50 steps. This time my hand was injured, it was a blessing in disguise. I can rest for a while now. Thanks to the blessing of Zou Wenping. If it weren't for his sentence, Reba, let's go wash the dates together. His hands won't get hurt either. Not to mention, he would not discover such a treasure boy as Zou Wenping. As one of the investors of this program, Huang Lei feels very happy. Having nothing to do, I plan to go and help Yihongyuan and the others carry pineapples. When processing the ingredients just now, Yihongyuan and his team have already sent them here a few times. However, transporting pineapples is a very difficult task, and the 3 of them are already tired and crying and howling. Cried loudly, regretting having to eat these things. Although Huang Lei's hand was injured, he still has no problem carrying things. At least his strength is much stronger than the 3 of Yihongyuan. Having made up his mind, Huang Lei hummed a tune and went to the pineapple field. After watching Huang Lei leave, Zou Wenping silently called up the system panel. Host. Zou Wenping skills. Cooking, LV99, Traditional Chinese Medicine, LV99, Traditional Chinese Medicine, LV99, Reputation. 2.33 million System Mall. Not open through his own efforts, his reputation has reached 2.33 million. You can start a lottery now. Ding, congratulations to the host. You can now open the System Mall. Excuse me, did you spend 1 million reputation to activate this feature? Zou Wenping raised his eyebrows. This is truly the beginning of 1,000 calls. Can you actually open the System Mall now? If he only has a reputation of 1 million, he would definitely choose a lottery instead of opening the System Mall. Because in the lottery, he may acquire useful skills. The saying goes that more skills do not weigh down the body. An additional skill can give him a higher reputation. Now having a reputation means being capricious. With a reputation of 2.33 million yuan, he can be free from indecisiveness. Moreover, he is also curious about what is inside the System Mall. Open. Ding, deduct 1 million reputation. Ding, congratulations to the host, the system mall has opened. Zou Wenping's mind twitched and he opened the mall page. After seeing the things sold inside, Zou Wenping couldn't help but sigh. This mall is simply too important. I saw countless works from the original world displayed inside. Novels, comics, skits, cross-talk, songs, scripts, and so on. Everything is available. However, for each work, it is necessary to spend a corresponding reputation value to exchange. The cheapest one also requires 100,000 reputation points, and there are also those with tens of millions of reputation points. With these works, his goal of dominating the world entertainment industry will definitely be achieved. Red fans paired with beauties, swords paired with heroes. What he needs now is the ability to master these works. Start the lottery. Ding, deduct 1 million reputation points and start the lottery. Ding, congratulations to the host. You have won a lucky draw critical strike card. Immediately after, an explanation of the prize emerged before his eyes. After using this card, the host can participate in 2 lucky draws, which are valid for 24 hours. Yo-ho! This is really an unexpected joy. Originally, with a reputation value of 1 million, we could only draw once, but now we can draw twice. Spend once, enjoy twice, this deal is worth it. Use lucky draw critical strike cards. Ding, it's in the lottery. Ding, congratulations to the host for obtaining, crosstalk, LV99, ding, congratulations to the host for obtaining, instrument, LV99, crosstalk, LV99. You have become a top-notch master of cross-talk, proficient in storytelling, comedy, and singing. Instrument, LV99. You have become a top-notch instrument master, and as long as there are any instruments in the world, you can come with them at your fingertips. Buzz. Buzz. In an instant, a large amount of information flooded into Zou Wenping's mind and integrated into his soul. At this moment, he has become a master of cross-talk and musical instruments. Just, Zou Wenping thinks. Cross-talk, LV99, has little effect on him. Because cross-talk is a common form of performance, which is paired cross-talk. One funny guy, one funny guy. The two of them sang together, showcasing a hilarious program effect. Although he is now proficient in stand-up comedy, he personally prefers stand-up comedy. Therefore, the skill of instrument, LV99, is more helpful to him. After accumulating enough reputation, redeem some classic songs from the system mall. Play to your heart's content on stage. Zou Wenping turned off the system panel and looked at the few people in the distance who were working hard to transport pineapples. I plan to do a favor too. At this point, suddenly, a scream came out. Ah! It's late at night and quiet, throw some flowers and make a wish. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th.